I'm dead before I said let's fight!
No! That's impossible!
By the way.
BT dubs is BTW. I'm gonna bust you up! Nope, I'm not coming down. Where am I? Help! Milk! Chance got $5.
The champ got 5 on it.
Back where it came from.
Go back where he came.
Ah, here we go. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Oh, I tried to go in jump low. Don't for me. Boom. Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the First to 50 podcast, episode 20. Am I right, Meshi?
Can I talk now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yay, 2-0. Confetti.
Where are your party poppers?
I left them in my other party hat.
I see. The one that you didn't bring for me.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fine. It'd be a shame to, extinguish such a bright light in the world by putting a hat on my head.
No party hat can contain me.
This is the First to 50 podcast where me and this guy talk about video games, movies, and anime we watch, and a bunch of other stuff that we do. And, I'm going to think we're going to start off a little differently, Meshi.
Oh, and how's that?
We're going to start off with what you do this week.
Oh, what I did this week. How exciting.
Yeah, never mind. Anyways, so my week was pretty cool. I flew a plane today. It was kind of fun.
Why? Like, why did you fly a plane today?
There comes a point in a time in a man's life where he decides to wake up at 12 noon and be like, why am I not?
Okay.
So there's an airport not too far from me and a place over there. So I called them. I was like, hey, can I do this? And they're like, yeah, we have an opening. I was like, cool. All right. So I flew a plane.
Huh.
Yeah.
What? Huh. Interesting. So how was it?
I gave them money. Meshi is more involved than I thought it was going to be. I thought the guy was going to have me in the co-pilot seat and he's going to tell me about a bunch of different knobs and I was going to be kind of bored. No, he was like, okay. We went down a checklist. He's like, okay, this is everything we have to do. We started going through flipping all these knobs and stuff. He made me flip all of them. And I was like, okay, this is getting kind of involved. And he's like, okay, we started the thing. This is the throttle. Pull this. All right, look at that. We're moving. Okay, so the pedals on your left and right's got to steer us. Steer us down that runway and keeping the line in the center. I was like, wait, I'm doing this? He's like, yeah, you'll be fine. You got it. I was like, oh, okay. So learning, I felt my brain rewire as I learned to steer with my feet instead of with my hands. It was kind of weird.
Okay.
And and then we got all set up. He took us off, got me up to a certain height, and he was like, all right, you need to climb like 3,000 more feet. So this is how you do it. I was like, I'm going to do it. He's like, yeah, you do it. So I flew a plane. It was awesome. I think the moral of the story is my midlife crisis is flying a plane and watching Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Okay. Your midlife.
I don't think it turned out that bad,
No.
It's really fun. So that's what we started off our wonderful week with, which was just today. Oh, and then after that, guess what I did?
You napped or you went and ate? One of the two.
You damn right, baby. I went to DeLuca's Pizza. It was featured on Davey Page Views,
Well,
which is, and he gave an 8.72. They opened up a location in my area, which is like a couple hours away from the original, and it was awesome. The crust was incredibly crispy. Like the snap on that bitch. Oh God, Meshi, it was something else. And at the risk of sounding homo, they have meatballs that melt in your mouth. There's an entree of meatballs. I said, "This is an entree, or not an entree, an appetizer." Like, this is an app. And he's like, "Yeah." Well, I was like, "I'll take the meatballs and the fried mozzarella."
well, it's an appetizer for 4 people. Yeah, give it to me.
And can I tell you what came with said? It was 4 meatballs with a marinara sauce with ricotta cheese in the middle. Guess what else came with it?
Breadsticks.
Better, Meshi. Golden toasted focaccia.
Ooh.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
It's bread, for those who don't know, because Meshi's so cultured. It's this wonderful bread that they slather in olive oil and just poke holes into it and let more oil soak into it. It was decadent and it just fell apart. It was amazing. And this pizza, unreal. Yeah, I could see why Mr. Page Views gave it an 8.7. It was a powerful slice, Meshi. It was a powerful slice. They had it on the menu and said this was given an 8.7 by Dave Portnoy. It was an 18-inch pie. I could have eaten the whole thing, but I didn't. I only ate half.
Damn.
I was in public and I ate 2 appetizers beforehand, so I decided to not let the meal ended when I hated myself. Rather, I felt satisfied, so I asked for it to go box.
I was about to say, so you ordered another one to go, right?
There may or may not have been a baked lasagna. Let's not talk about it.
Well, hold on now. How was the baked lasagna?
Oh, it was in a bolognese sauce to die for. Oh man, because like the noodles got nice and crisp at the top where they baked it, because it was like baked in like these like pinwheels of lasagna, so the top was like crispy and then the noodles were like soft and it was slathered in this bolognese sauce. Oh man.
Fucking sounds really good.
It's really good. It's really good. So this is the food podcast featuring myself. You can have what's left. Oh, and the mutz sticks, the fried mozzarella, Meshi. Oh my God. They were little triangles. I was like, this isn't going to cover the back of my tongue. I bit into it and the cheese pull to die for. I was like, okay, shut up. It was worth every penny I spent.
God damn. You the amount that
What?
you eat, I'm just like imagining like looking over, you're like, wow, that guy must be really fat if you ordered all this food. And then you come over and sit down and you're like, I'm gonna fucking devour you.
You've been naughty. I looked down at this fried mozzarella. You want to see the inside of a black hole? You're about to. Oh man. So we started off real strong. We started off great. Started out wonderful. I'm glad you photoshopped Jury into this photo.
Oh, of course.
Because Meshi, last week I uninstalled Strive. This week I've been grinding Street Fighter 6 ranked. Probably like 5 hours or something. I'm having a lot of fun. It's been really enjoyable. I've come into a ranked problem though. So
everyone.
last night I won 4 sets and I lost 1 set. Okay.
Okay.
I ended up back where I started.
Oh, all right.
So there's this weird issue that I'm coming across while playing ranked where certain matches, so I'm in 1400 rank. I'm bouncing around from 1400 to 1500. You start off like when you enter into master rank in Street Fighter 6 ranked, you start out at 1500. Typically what happens is you get bodied and you lose all your points and you sink down to like 1100. That's what's supposed to happen.
Okay.
I have floaties on, which are playing Street Fighter 4 and other fighting games. So I'm kind of floating where you start. But what happens is if you fight one of those creatures who fell down to like 1200 points because they sniff glue or they don't know how fighting games work, but they found something really dumb and stupid to do. And the first game, if you lose to that, you can lose like 30 points, beat them twice, and get back 4.
Ooh.
So you can beat them in the set, but if you goof up and let them do, like, say, some really dumb shit, like wake up coffin, you can end up coming out with less points than you had going in, even if you win the 2 out of 3.
Oh. Oh, no, no. That's
So
not
it's
good at
been this
all.
funny thing where I'm ping ponging. I got Blanca'd one game twice in a row and dropped down to like 1300 in like a single match. I was like, my points.
My point.
And then fighting back up. But essentially, all this is turning into is me learning matchups and just kind of like paying the IRS point man to be like, okay, I don't know this matchup this well, or I don't know how to beat this creature yet. 2 straight, because like he can beat me the first game and I'll beat him the second games, but I'll still come out at a point deficit. So I'm like, I went backwards. This sucks, but I beat him. So it's all just kind of like I'm just investing into it, and I grinded out Master Rank enough to get Jury the color for the season, which is like an exclusive red color. So that's cool. Yeah, it's just been really fun playing Jury. We're back at it again, and it was like 2 or 3 nights I just sat down. I was like, okay, wow, I played 10 sets. Look at that. It's been fun. I'm happy Street Fighter's still going.
At least you're having fun with it. I mean, that's
Oh yeah,
the
even when I lost to like that, I played like a Luke player, and he kept doing the same thing where he would jump at me out of nowhere, which is fine, and then he would neutral jump, and then he would go for a cross-up jump. And I was like, okay, there's a pattern going on here. He used to jump at me, a neutral jump, he jumps over me. So the next 2 games, all I did was I killed him just by DPing him. And I was like, okay, here comes a cross-up. So I practiced by what they call a cross-cut. We used to call it autocorrect DP, where you input the Dragon Punch motion, and then you go to down back, and if they cross you up, it auto-corrects to go the other way, and DP's like behind you. So I used a game to be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do this then. To practice this in an online match. So it I'm having fun with learning how to turn these I feel like I want to try to teach people, but they're not going to learn because they've been doing this, and that's why they're at like 12 and 1100 points. So I'm not going to try to change them, but I'm going to benefit from it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you're like, I'm gonna help this person out, but you only do like 3 matches with them, and they're like, it just didn't work on that guy. Next.
Next, here I come.
I hear no bell.
And let those people slap genitals. Like y'all have fun. Because the best matches I get is when I get into like 1600 ranked players. When I get on a win streak, when I beat the mentally deficient, and then they're struggling because they're scared of me because I'm not an ignoramus. So they have a chance to lose a lot of points to me, and they do. And they're like, my points! And I'm like, yeah! And then I run into a creature and I lose all of them to him instantly because he did like some really gimmicky thing. I was like, he really did that, didn't he? Because in my brain, he shouldn't try to drive impact me because I have a meter and I can super that. So why would he do it in this situation when he's clearly said he just did it?
Oh shit! I didn't realize he had drive meter. Thank God that worked.
Thank God that worked.
You ever
But
think
I
that the
also
people you find on
Huh?
the internet aren't real? Like they're just bots that are just
It
there to
feel
fill
it,
space.
sometimes it feels that way. It genuinely does. But yeah, that's that story for another time. So I played a little MMO online multiplayer game thing that came out.
By the way, you're not
Uh,
sharing your screen.
Why didn't you say so?
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you. It would have been rude.
I still have the messenger running in the background. I didn't want to be rude. Of course you didn't.
I'm very curious your thoughts on this because it looked interesting when I was watching you play it. So
Okay. It's really interesting to okay, so this is where the winds meet. This is a Chinese online multiplayer game, which is essentially I got to do that. I turned myself into a dog accidentally and played mahjong, and I didn't know the rules, and I lost all my money. Okay, so anyways, it's an online multiplayer pseudo MMO, kind of, I guess. This game is really fun to go around the world and explore it and talk to people and like find things, right? Because a lot of the NPCs will actually have generated chats with you that use AI that actually talk with you. And it's this
Oh.
funny thing that you can just go up to people and start having a conversation. Like I talked to this fisherman guy and he's like, yeah, I really feel bad for the guys who like fought and like, in the war and like gave their lives and whatnot. We really shouldn't forget them, and we should be thankful for days like this. And you have a conversation with them, you're talking back and forth with them. I found a guy in town who's like the local drunk and his name's Booze Wayne. And he talked about being an Avenger, like in the night and stuff. And it was great. So it's a really it's a world that feels fleshed out and you can use like I found an ability to essentially like freeze people in place by like hitting pressure points or whatever from afar with a technique thing. And it helped these people training martial arts to hold like a horse pose. I like froze them in place so they could hold it longer. They're like, oh, thank you. Here's a technique thing. You could Tai Chi a bear into boulders and unlock chests in the world. You can use Tai Chi to blow up the water and fish that way. It's real. It's fun. I in Kung Fu Hustle, the bad guy has a frog form.
Right.
I found that guy, a pseudo version of him, and learned the frog stance from him. So now I have a jump in ability that AoE debuffs everything that I like frog belly flop onto because I learned it from a guy with a skullet and like a tank top, and I learned that from him. So that's all the good stuff. This game doesn't feel that great to play from a combat standpoint. The open world is pretty fine. The game kind of falls apart a little bit when you start doing the boss battles, which kind of turn into they were going for like pseudo like Souls encounters, right? Where it's a big boss and he's going to do a bunch of moves and you need to learn to parry or dodge his abilities, right? And counter it.
Okay.
If it was just a Souls fight, that would be okay. This ends up being kind of pseudo like MMO. So you'll have the big guy doing the swing stuff, and like you'll counter and you'll start hitting him, but he won't recognize any of that, and he'll just hit you. So you two are like trading like auto attacks back and forth, but he's hitting you for like 10 times the amount of damage you're hitting him for. And you have a lot of animations that you go into that you can't get out of.
Oh, so you're
So
just committing it to, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so you'll be at range, right?
Yeah.
And if you say do an attack, you will put yourself into an animation that launches you at them, and they can just be swinging, and you can't like land and block or anything. You just land and finish the animation while the boss is like 8,000, 8,000, 8,000. Which is fine, but you know, like in Souls, like you can roll and hold block, and then you'll kind of block once you like get there, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of like, no. You're doing this move thing that's forward moving you into range of the boss that's already swinging or something. And there's a little bit of like input delay. I think this is like an Unreal 5 game also, I think. Because I felt the same way I did when I played like Wukong, where it was like there's a lot of input delay. So your parry isn't pressing the button when the move connects, which that's kind of what I'm used to, is like bam, bam, bam. This is, you press it, you wait for it to come out, to have it already out, then for it to make collision with the hitbox incoming. So you're not reacting to the thing happening, you're reacting to that it could be happening, so then you do it in advance, and then it works, and you're like, I did it. So the jury's not out on it.
Where's the MMO part of it?
You can join, so you can play. Okay, I forgot to talk about that. Good question, Meshi, or the guy behind you. People can leave soul signs, or soul signs for like summoning, or you can like leave messages for people, and you could read stuff like on the ground. Like people like told me like, oh, like Tai Chi the bear into this boulder, and oh, guess what? That's where the chest was. Or like, oh, there's a puzzle going on here, and someone left a message being like, carry this to the other ones. And it's like, oh, thanks for leaving me that sign. I can do that. You can also open up your world for people to come in and join and play with you, as well as you can end up having invasions. So say you join a player kill faction, you can invade people and try to kill them. You can also join. So it's kind of like the pseudo open world that people can interact with you and join with you and try to play with you or try to kill you. And there's factions around that can interact in different ways to like either help you out. Like, oh, this guy plays like a sheriff character, so he could try to kill the player character guy who's now invaded you and killed you. Well, he has a bounty on his head. So that guy can invade that guy's world to then interact with him in the open world, and he can't do anything about it because he's a bad guy, because he's killed real players before. And then you can meet up in towns to actually like be with people and whatnot. So I don't know if I'd say it's MMO. I guess it's more
selective MMO, kind of
co-op online. I don't know. There's got to be PvP that's up to 30 players versus 30 players. So there's that. Pseudo open world. It's interesting. I think they could fine tune some of how the movement works. Things feel a little clunky, but it didn't exactly. I had fun exploring the world and interacting with like Booze Wayne and learning to pick himself off the ground because he fell down drunk. You know, just little stuff like that was just fun. And, you know, seeing Kung Fu Hustle references everywhere. I'm like, this is wonderful. This is great. So I need something to pull me back in, like a light at the end of the tunnel, being like, okay, this is where you'll get to, and this is where the real fun of it is. Story's not all that engaging, and I've watched a lot of old Kung Fu. This is kind of atypical stuff, if that makes sense. It's kind of boring. Like the the people in the world are more interesting than the main story that you're playing through.
Okay. Well, what's the progression like? Is it gear? Is it just collecting moves?
Yeah, you're collecting moves. You have a branching talent list. Every weapon has a different move set and abilities that go with that weapon. So your tanks are relegated to specific weapons. Your healers are relegated to other weapons. You have 2 weapons. So you're kind of dual spec at all times, based on the weapon you have. And then you can also get gear and upgrade that gear with stuff that you farm in the world. I guess that's also something to mention. There's outfits that are gacha that can take up to $600 to get,
Oh,
because this is a free game.
right.
It's just cosmetic meshy.
Oh God. Open up the pearl shop.
Open up the pearl shop. But they look really cool. They're golden and flowing. They're all like, ooh, are you a broke boy? Just say so. But they don't help you in any way. So that's cool. That it's not like, oh, to be the best player with the best gear, you just roll $600 worth of gacha.
Oh. Ow.
But if you want to look really cool and go to the join the one sect of this game that is exclusively about dating multiple people at the same time, but having to get your previous other marriages to approve you marrying somebody else, and the drama that comes with it in proximity chat, you can go do that with your really expensive outfit.
So are you marrying other players? Or are you marrying
Yes.
NPCs? Oh, okay.
And you're all going to the bathhouse to step on each other with proximity chat. I think this game is going to get really weird, Mesh.
Of course it is. Proximity chat, bathhouses, harems. You're gonna have someone in the next room with a loud ass fan and someone doing dishes in the background. You're like, yeah, baby, I'd like you if you sucked my toe.
You know, so it didn't really grab me. I had fun. I just
potential, but not there yet.
Yeah, I need something to be like, okay, at the end of this, if you get to here, there's just going to be a bunch of like PvP or something, or just something to like for me to really get. Because if I just complete the story and like that's it, it's going to be kind of like, I really like that part of it anyways. But maybe getting to be like just player killed, maybe I could kill all the people who are like trying to like ERP, and I can just assassinate people.
Could you imagine if you were playing the player kill one, right? And then you just went around and assassinated people's harems, and then they were out for blood against you because you just kept killing his family or killing the people he wanted to date. Like, I will fucking get you
to the ends of the earth. That's all I've thought about. If I end up like putting I want to be, I think, in the player kill faction. The only problem is you have to defeat 10 people in a row without being killed per week. Otherwise, the other members of your sect get to hunt you for 1, being bad, and 2, not being ruthless enough.
10 is a lot. I mean,
so it's 10 fights in a row and not losing a single time. So, and then on top of that, you're getting hunted by the people who are hunting down, the player killers, because they want to collect the bounties on you. But I think the way to get around that probably would be to group up yourselves in a world, and then as the sheriffs try to come get you, you just strategize and like take them out, I assume.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I was always thinking about it as like a solo thing, and then just interesting.
But who knows? So 3 hours in, it's goofy, it's fun. We'll see how much of it. I guess I kind of want to see how the rest of the game like pans out, and then maybe put a little more time into it. But I think that could segue us into what we did together, I think last week.
Yes, as brothers of the Scummy Wummy Marines.
The wonderful return of the Scummy Wummy Marines. So you played Space. This was your first time playing Space Hulk, right?
Yep, I hadn't played it before.
We had a 4 squad. How did this feel compared to playing Space Marine 2? Full
Oh
playthrough on
man,
the channel with me and this guy.
like this felt like you were walking around in a giant metal coffin or a brick shit house. Like you feel so slow, and the other Space Marine game is definitely designed to make you feel like a badass, where you're like, I'm dying, but then you just like punch somebody, like, I have full life, and then you just kind of get swarmed and you keep going through it. And this game
Yeah.
is not that. This
This
game is
is
not that at all.
this game doesn't make you feel like a badass. This game is just my ass.
like, like those times where like, because my guy had the revive ability, and like
Uh-huh.
the 2 times that we just like got squad wiped, and I just had to run down a hallway and hope to God I could last long enough. Hope to the Emperor, sorry, blasphemy. That I
Sorry,
could last
Father.
long enough. And like the gun doesn't reload if you're sprinting, and the gun doesn't reload if you're, and it's just you can't tell if the gun is reloading. And it's like,
Because
help me.
because it's built into where your gun, based on your proficiency, can sometimes jam on you as well, and that stuff gets alleviated the more you level up. So you feel like a little baby straight out of Space Marine school, where you're like, it's stuck.
It's that's such a weird way to like make you feel like you're getting better. It's like, my gun jams less now. Woo!
It's functioning properly
Really.
for the Emperor.
For the Emperor. Damn, my faith must be weak. My gunneth does jam all the damn time.
You make it work. Just throw it at him. You know, it's fun. I think we got through 3 chapters. I think that's what
Yeah.
we ended up doing. I think we died at the 4th before we called it, and I think there's like 9. Eventually, I would like to try to get through the whole game just to say that we did it. It's fun. It's fun. It's definitely a different type of experience. I will say it feels a little janky. You know, the first mission ends with you. You were dead for most of it. Was
Yeah.
holding out for the ship to calculate an exit for like 3 minutes straight. So you're just sitting there as wave after wave of like kind of dumb AI just kind of like throws itself at you. And so you're just hoping to God you reload in time for the next wave to or for the one hit like invisible guys who will just grab you and kill you in one hit. You're like, oh, it sucks to suck, I guess.
Or the big tank guy that takes a shit ton of fucking bullets.
Oh yeah,
Beats the shit out of you.
the bullet sponge, and then you're just like, no. So it's fun. It's fun to feel kind of helpless and like you really feel like that grim, darky aspect of the grim, dark universe of 40K, right? Where it's like I'm in a walking coffin and I'm going to die.
Oh
So,
shit.
you know, it was like $5.
It's not bad for $5.
It's not, if it's there and you all want to feel like you're helpless in the 40K universe, I would say, sure, pick it up, have some fun, yell at each other, and, well, I just berated Roy the whole time. So Meshi could catch a breather.
Yeah. The true benefit of a 4-player game. Come in, Roy, and take the heat off me.
All right. So that will segue flawlessly into what you did with your week, Meshi. Tell us about the exciting, you know, every day's a new adventure type of lifestyle that you live. What'd you play this week?
I am continuing my Battlefield adventure.
What did it
Gotta,
entail this week? What'd you do?
I gotta playing with a regular squad, trying out all the different game modes. Because most of the time I just play Conquest, the traditional one, capture the point. It's the most casual of the modes, I should say, because it's just kind of like you can kind of just go off and whatever. If you want to go camp in a corner somewhere, it's you're not bringing down the team that bad if one person's off doing it in like that mode. So it's like a
Mhm.
really nice casual way to play Battlefield. Well, we played the other modes, which is like the stressful way to play Battlefield, in my opinion, which is like breakthrough and rush.
Mhm.
And rush is you have 2 points. You need to one team has lives, the other team is the defenders, and they have unlimited lives. And the attacking team has to go and place a bomb on the 2 points and then hold out until it explodes. And then once that happens, the map shifts upward and you go to a new zone, and then you have 2 places you have to do it again. And it repeats for like 3 times. Basically, their objective is to kill all your lives, and your objective is to burn through all the points. And
Mhm.
it's a condensed battlefield, and there's like I think there's only like 48 players in total,
Mhm.
but they're all mashed into this tiny little box, and then it's just chaos, and it's super
Chaos.
stressful. And it's just like, what are you doing? Get on the point, the bomb.
It's gonna rust.
But no, I'm still having fun with Battlefield. There's things now that I've played it a lot that are like, oh, this is really fucking annoying. But
Mhm.
part of it, the problem is that it's online, so latency and all that ping and whatnot have things to do with it. So like you'll get shot, or you'll be shooting at somebody, like you're almost punished for having good internet. Because like if you shoot at somebody,
Mhm.
you can tell it took like 5 or 6 bullets for them to die, and then in that time they've like whipped around or they dodged or whatever. Like you have to track them really good, unless they're idiots, and then they just kind of die, fall over.
Mhm.
But there's been so many times where like I shoot someone in the back and they whip around and shoot me and I die, and I look over the damage, it's like, oh, they hit you 5 times. And it's like, what?
Nothing personnel, mesh. It's like, wait, I was behind you.
You, yeah.
And there's like, dodge this.
It's just you just die in like 0.5 of a second. It's so annoying, and it's just ah
Eats you alive
but
inside because you're better than that guy. If you had the same internet, that encounter would have gone completely differently.
it's not even having better internet or being better than that guy. It's I snuck up on you. You ran past me. I started shooting you in the back, and you turned around like a well, I don't know, like someone that doesn't has their sensitivity all the way up, and you just fired into the unknown and hit me, and I died.
All right. I defaulted to my thing where I'm clearly better than anybody who kills me in anything.
Yeah, I mean, but you are, so I've
Um,
seen you play Counter-Strike, and I've seen you play Valorant. I would not want to be on the enemy team. So
shit, I forgot about my Valo arc where I was popping heads left and right. I was like, why am I not just doing this in my stream career? Proceeds to uninstall.
Uh,
you know. I don't want to steal their game from them because clearly there's a lot of like e-dating or something that's going on over there, or maybe that's what's the other one? Apex.
yeah, Apex. Well, Apex is
I don't know. They're all
Apex is
shooting
a battle
games, right?
royale. What are you e-dating? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, there's people who like e-date and they like get into like Valo squads and they're like couples and shit. I don't fucking know, Meshy. The kids these days, I don't know.
Huh. Interesting. I'm out of touch.
You and me both.
I'm gonna
Speaking
have to
about
hire a
touch,
consultant. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
played this game. It has the most unoriginal name. I have not retained it since. What is this game called?
Days Gone.
Holy God, Jesus Christ! It's almost bad as like Tomorrow War. So what was this game about?
So basically,
Go It was $5.
It's just $5. Um, no, it's a single player game about I was gonna say a zombie apocalypse, which there kind of are, but it's more 28 days later zombies,
Oh, gotcha.
where
Okay.
it's like a virus, and um they go crazy or whatever, uh and basically you get stuck up in Oregon,
Hmm.
and your whole point is that you're trying to survive. You're this guy, and you're just trying to fight off I forget what they call them. They don't call them zombies. They have a specific name for them, but I don't remember. So, because it's been a while. But basically, like, yeah, you're fighting off these zombies. You have a motorcycle that you're building up throughout the game, so you're making it better. You're going through the wilderness. You're stealthing around, and as you're going along, there's like places on the map where these hordes live, and they're like
Freakers, Meshy. Freakers.
freakers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That's so dumb. I'm sorry. Go on. Oh
There's
God, it's a
places-
freaker. Because they're freaky. Exactly, comma. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I just
But
looked
there's-
that up. Thanks, Google guy. Go on, Meshy. I'm sorry.
There's places on the map where like hordes build up, and these are like where the zombies kind of just all got together into a pile, and they kind of live together as a community kind of things. And they come
Like
out at
a-
night, and they go back during the day.
Like a gay orgy? They just
Kind of.
huddle up and they're just like, all right.
Yeah, it's like their nest. They like shut down during the day. But that's kind of what this game's like selling point was. I remember when it was coming out was like these zombie hordes, because they would just have like not thousands, but like hundreds of them on the screen at one time, and you'd have to like run through the whole environment that they're kind of around is built for you to like run through these things and blow up things and set traps and cause
Mhm.
things to collapse, so they have to go one way instead of a different way. So it's and it's quite interesting. It took a while to figure out how they kind of did it without your like computer, or I guess a PS4 or 5, whatever it was when it came out, like burning to death, because there's a lot of them in some of these things.
Uh-huh.
And it's basically they get enough to where you can just see the horde, and then unrender the guys that don't need to be seen in order to give the same effect,
Mhm.
but they still can get hit by bullets and like other things, so they're just kind of invisibly there.
Mm.
And then as you mow them down, they basically not pop into existence, because it's very well kind of blended. But
Mhm.
as you do enough of them, you can kind of see the effect going on. And I was like, oh, that's what's happening. That's why every time I like mow through like 5 of them, it just seems like it's doing nothing to them, because they're just
Mm.
not being rendered. And it to be fair, it creates a really cool effect. It's a very fucking stressful situation.
It's cool, but I'm stressed out.
Because you have like limited stamina, you're sprinting around, you have limited
Mhm.
ammo, and it's just like it actually feels threatening, and it's quite nice. And the story of this game takes like 60 hours. Like it was
What?
it's a yeah it's a 60-hour game. Like when I thought it was over, it was like, all right, time to go to the next zone. I'm like, there's another zone. So I don't know. I weirdly had a lot of fun with this game, and like the weapons.
Did you beat it?
Yeah. I beat it. I enjoyed it. The characters are fun. I don't hate most of them. I don't know. Like I just had a lot of fun gunning down zombie hordes in this game, and I think that's just kind of what kind of kept me through it. And I really like the environment, because it was very isolated, and you're in the woods most of the time, and it's just kind of like creepy and eerie, and it was it was a lot more fun than I was expecting for the $5 to $10 I paid for it at the time. I recommend.
High praise on this channel for Meshi to stick with something for 60 hours while being stressed out. I think that's the highest praise that you can receive on the First to 50 podcast.
Okay. Yeah, your game is worth $15. The highest praise.
More than that, Meshi. It's not the fact that it was $5 or whatever. It's the fact that you spent 60 hours of your life playing it. Because
Yeah,
I
did.
have the inverse of that. If I spend $5 on something and I don't like it, I'm just kind of like, I don't feel so bad, and I put it down immediately. You're like, I paid $5, and now I'm going to beat it.
I'm gonna get my $5.
I'm going to squeeze every morsel out of this. Give me another zombie horde, you fuck. I'm tired, bones. Well, I had no idea because I remember you playing this game and talking about it. I didn't realize you beat it. Wait, did you beat Star Wars Outlaws? It's been like 10 episodes.
Yeah, we talked about it. I'm pretty sure I did talk about how I beat it and went over all of that. So anyway, what did you watch this week?
Oh, okay. So what happened for the third week in a row? Here, Pops nearly threw himself off of a waterfall because a Shocker villain was like, all right, you're captured, whatever. And Takashi's alive. He's like, wait, Takashi's alive? I thought he died in the previous episode. He's like, no, he's alive. But I'm going to capture you to lure him into a trap. And he's like, as long as he's alive, he's going to keep fighting you. I don't care if it costs me my life. And he nearly throws himself off of a waterfall just so he doesn't become a burden and like a trap set for Kamen Rider to have to, save him from. Like, he's just...
Yeah. Not even a moment of hesitation. I remember that episode.
He was just like, all right, I'm going to take myself out then so you can't use me against him. Pops is a man amongst men. No wonder the ladies of the show love him.
All four of them that wrote.
If you're into cheesy old stuff.
Now,
which brings me in.
Oh, go ahead. This is probably going to answer my question.
Well, what's your question, Meshi?
Oh, I was going to ask, is there any more beyond that?
Yes, that's when we get into V3. So I had a little bit of a problem with this. Probably 60 seconds, Meshi.
Okay.
She literally refunded me all of my money mid-sentence. She didn't care. I was like, hey, my packages aren't here. And I'm like, oh, what stuff? Okay, so it's this, and this, and blah, blah. I was like, okay, it'll be back in, refunded to your original payment method. And it's like, oh, well, thank you.
Well, don't you want to hear about my origin story? This is it.
This is it. And so it was a painless, here's your money back. I ordered it again, but got it this time. So I started V3, which is the third Kamen Rider. Meshi, I want you to, based on what you've seen so far and what you've heard from me,
yeah,
can you tell me what you think the origin story of the third Kamen Rider is?
Oh. Okay. Trying to think. He either gets... I almost feel like it's going to be a repeat of the previous Kamen Rider's origin story, but like slightly different. But I'm going to say that that they kidnapped this guy because he has a 900 IQ as well, and they want to make him into a Kamen Rider that can beat the Kamen Rider.
Close, but not even close.
Damn.
This is what happens. This guy, Shiro, witnesses the new Shocker organization, which is called, it starts with a D. I still haven't got, I've only watched a few episodes so far. Where is it? Destro. I guess it's Destron. I guess it's supposed to be something like destruction or something. So it's Destron. He witnesses a Destron cyborg killing somebody. And he's like, oh no. and then he ends up rescuing the girl. So there's another couple, and he rescues the girl and brings her back to his parents' house to look after because, hey, this girl and her boyfriend got attacked. He died. The parents and the sister are looking after this girl. Another attempt by Destro gets made on his life, the second, and he finds Takashi, he finds Pops, and they're like, they keep trying to kill me. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to watch over him.
Okay.
He's a racer like Takashi. So they're motocross, like just driving around on their bikes and stuff. And Takashi, the first Kamen Rider, is hanging out with Pops, and they'd be like, what's going on? They've made 2 attempts on this guy's life, and they're not going to leave him be. What's going on? And you see him driving off, and then you see a massive explosion happen. Destro dropped a bomb on him while he was driving his bike.
Okay.
They rescue him, and it's okay. He's hurt, and they're like, oh my god, they're still after me. Wait a minute. They might be after the girl still. Destro, their villain, which is Jaguar Scissor, which is a combo of a jaguar and scissors,
Like
goes
an
to the
actual pair
house.
of scissors.
Yeah, so he's got giant scissor arms.
Okay.
Murders his entire family.
Oh my god.
He busts in. The dad is there, and he's like, oh my god, girls, get behind me. And he gets all of them behind him. Scissor Jaguar goes to stab. He takes the blade to the gut and holds it in place. And he's like, girls, run. And he's such a man, bro. He just holds on to it to try to get them to get away. But it's not enough. And then Scissor Jaguar proceeds to stab the sister in the stomach and killing her and the mom. Ooh. And they don't get there in time. Takashi finally shows up once they're about to attack the girl they rescued. And he gets attacked and like fatally wounded, so they have to operate on him to make him into a Kamen Rider to save his life. So he has a very tragic backstory of his entire family dying. He rescued somebody that ultimately led to that happening. He wants to push everybody away, and he wants to try to save don't be around me because clearly I'm like bad luck. They tried to kill me 3 times. The final time they dropped a bomb on me.
Okay, now I'm connecting the dots with the anime that we're watching. I'm like, okay, that's why he picked V3 in there.
Yes.
Okay.
Not even close yet, Meshi. Because the first 2 episodes got aired together. This is the following week after the original series ended. This wasn't like there was a break in between and they're like, okay, let's take some time off. Oh, let's continue the show a couple years later. The next week, that episode happens.
Oh.
And they air a double special, which is the second episode. Guess what happens in the second episode?
How many more family members does he have to go through?
Meshi, there is a turtle monster in the sewers. It's just a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle with a cannon on its back.
Oh my gosh.
That teams up with Jaguar Scissor that essentially puts a nuke inside of his stomach, is going to blow up a city in Japan. So the first and second Kamen Riders fly off with him over the ocean and die in a nuclear explosion, leaving V3 by himself to carry the weight of the world and to fight the new shocker sect, Destro, by himself, while they're communicating with him telepathically saying, we are leaving it to you. We believe in you somehow. I don't know how we'll be back, but we believe in you, and you have the strength of both of us carrying you on. And they die in a nuclear explosion over the ocean.
Jesus Christ.
This is a kid show. And they kill off the 2 heroes in the second episode of the second series.
Oh, do that's spoilers for the future. But I was gonna say, do they come back? But
Clearly they do. It,
yeah.
it, I don't know by what means or how it's going to happen. It's so heartfelt and it's so genuine. It's just, I could see, this is like the Transformers, the movie levels of like Optimus Prime dying. You know,
Oh
you're a
man,
kid watching fun stuff happen, and then your two favorite heroes you watch for 98 episodes introduce the new guy and show him the ropes and say, we have to save everybody. We're leaving the rest to you, and fly this guy over the ocean to explode.
oh my god, I bet so many kids like broke down
thousand
watching that
percent.
episode.
Is this for Marvel show? They'd come back. Yeah. So, man, so it's starting off really strong. It's taking itself more seriously, as much as it can. I like the monster designs. You're getting animals fused with like devices. So there's a TV fly who has like television sets for eyeballs that like hypnotizes people, and like
Okay.
he's like, he's taking over people's brains and getting them to do stuff. Um, this Kamen Rider V3 has the powers of Kamen Rider 1 and 2. He has 2 turbines on his belt. So one side gives him the powers of 1, the other guy gives him the powers of 2. A crab with a flamethrower arm throws dirt into both turbines so he can't power up, and proceeds to pull off his claw to reveal a flamethrower and tries to burn him alive. It
Holy shit, that's fucking great.
it's fucking awesome. I never thought my midlife crisis at 33 would be, all right, I guess I'm watching Kamen Rider now. So that's catching you up to where I'm at. This Blu-ray box set has like 50 episodes. I don't know if they're gonna make it to next week. We'll find out. It's been fun. Shout outs to Kamen Rider. It's something I didn't know I needed in my life. So now that everybody's been listening to me rant on about Kamen Rider for probably about 30 minutes.
So anyway, Kamen Rider.
You watched a little show, Meshi.
Oh yeah, before the movie. Yeah, it definitely takes place sometime before the movie.
Pause. Is this kid eating an empanada, hitting up the cheerleaders that are double his size?
And you learn that the head guy met it in his past when he was younger. He met him in one of the forests, and it almost killed him. And then his father basically got shipped out because he was in the military. So he left the town before it could kill him. And then he forgot about it, because that's what happens when you leave Derry.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came back and he's like, oh shit, I remember this place. And all like the weird crap and stuff. So he's basically behind like trying to find this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's recruited. He's basically been searching for a man that has no fear. Basically is what he describes it as. And he's found him. He's basically found him, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he puts him through this big old test, and like the psychic is reading his thoughts, and he's like, yeah, most people think about their loved ones when they're gonna die, because he has like a gun pointed at his face.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, but you were this like calculating everything in the room, like what you could fucking do, and da 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 da. Like you were not, you didn't shut down or anything. He's like, I would not want to fuck with you, so we're gonna be good friends. So I'm quite interested in like the military side plot of it, because I've seen the kid part of it enough that I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. I want to know where this goes, which could only end badly, but I'm interested to see how it ends badly for them.
How many times have you been hurt before, Meshi?
Twice.
What other than Blue Prince?
Oh,
Getting distracted with the side plot that ultimately resulted in drink
yeah.
more Ovaltine.
Nothing. Just repress it, regret
Sit
it.
down. We can't.
But so on the kid side of it, you're introduced to this pack of kids, and you're like, okay, these are the main guys, as
Yeah.
as it always does in every It thing. And then I forget if it was episode 1 or episode 2, and you're like, okay, these are the kids that are gonna go forward. They go to a movie theater because they want to find their friend, because there's always the beginning kid that dies, and then their friends
Oh
are
yeah.
going after him.
Mhm.
And these fucking kids,
Uh-huh.
most of them, there's 2 that survive, and they become like the main group now, get ripped to fucking shreds in this movie theater. Like, it paints the walls with them. It fucking like
Yeah.
frisbees one kid into like the wall, and his neck snaps, and he just kind of slides down and fumbles.
Oh.
There's like a 6-year-old there who's like doesn't realize what's going on. Like, she's just oblivious. She's no concept of it.
Yeah.
And like, she gets knocked to the floor, and one of the kids they're under like the rows, and she's like, "Oh, hey, like, can you help me?" And she's reaching out her hand. She's like, "Shut up, shut up."
Shut up.
And then the fucking thing swoops down and like rips, just because they're holding hands, and it just rips at everything except her hand away, and she's just holding this
Oh.
6-year-old. And I'm like, oh, this isn't the main group. Oh shit.
No, this is Michael Jordan. Fuck them kids.
It was it caught me so off guard. I was like, you know what? That was great.
Mhm.
That was that's how you start this. Because now I'm like, okay, they don't care. Because now I have hope that they don't care that these kids need plot armor.
Mhm.
They'll just fucking kill him. So it's going to be quite interesting. I'm really liking it so far. There's only 3 episodes. Tomorrow will be a 4th one. So looking forward to it.
Did Alien Earth finish?
Yes, it did.
Did we
Yes,
talk
it
about
did.
that?
No, I didn't talk about that.
Did it end badly?
I'm still kind of getting over the trauma of it.
Say less, Meshi.
Yeah. It had such promise.
And it fell on its face.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my second betrayal.
You know, there's sometimes it happens, but let me bring you back to the light. So I watched a little movie, and it's called
Okay.
Kamen Rider the First, which is the 2005 film. This is essentially a movie that retells the story of the first Kamen Rider, Takashi. Okay?
Okay.
This is like a mid-2000s edgy take on the Kamen Rider story. Meshi, it is fucking awesome. He looks so fucking cool.
They had a budget.
They had a budget. They're just
Oh.
doing cool shit. There's rival fights. Okay, let me slow it down for just a second. Let's hold on. It's just a lot of emotions gonna come up, Meshi. This starts out with the story of Takashi getting taken over by Shocker. All right, like I told previously, they are in the middle of trying to brainwash him, and he gets busted out, so he becomes a good guy because they never brainwash him.
Yeah.
This one, they brainwash him, so he's doing jobs for them, and he's teaming up with the Spider-Man in certain instances, and he eventually breaks through the mind control during the middle of a job, and he ends up fighting against them. The choreography is awesome. The riders look sick. They actually have like bike combat that looks like it's actually going fast rather than like 5 miles an hour of them like treading on like gravelly road and like shocker guys just falling off bikes and exploding.
Yeah.
They introduced Hayato, the second Kamen Rider, into this in the same fashion that they did previously, which was, you know, oh, we're building you to fight the first Kamen Rider, but in the show, they never get him off the table because Takashi, the first Kamen Rider, just saves him outright. That doesn't happen here. He's a bad guy. So they have like 3 rival fights in the middle of this movie, and it's sick. So Takashi's more straightforward, where he's doing rider punches and is more straightforward. Hayato is like kicking all over the place, and he's just the cool guy, which is so cool to see him like have more of a character than he did in the original series. I called him a nothing burger in the original series. This one, he's kind of like a narcissistic bad boy who just wants to like win over this girl's heart. So he's like, hey, I'll kill the first Kamen Rider if I could date that girl. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever, she's yours. So he proceeds to beat the fuck out of Takashi in these cool rival fights. There's so much referential stuff. It showed a lot of love to that original series, and it took itself very seriously. There's Spider-Man, there's Batman, there's the Cobra Commander.
Oh, he looks cool.
He's so cool. And they have, oh my God, and he jumps off the bike into a rider kit. It's fucking awesome. This show was an hour and a half of just, I probably got a noise complaint. I need to check my email because it was just, shit would happen and it was just, oh!
And there's the next noise complaint.
You know, they do an alley-oop. Takashi drill shoots one of the dudes into the fucking air, and then Hayato fucking rider kicks him off the wall. Awesome! This show is so sick. Okay, the one thing I'll say about it.
Okay.
Their transformations, they don't like spin the belt and like jump and have color coming out. They kind of just appear in the outfit and they put on the mask. And I'm like, they're not saying like rider punch or whatever. They're just doing the really cool shit. And I'm like, they're not doing the poses. Because, you know, there's a very specific where, you know, you see it when you watch Tojima, when he does his Henshin transformation. He does Takashi's arm cross.
Yeah.
And Hayato has one where he comes across and like brings his arms down like that. Well, I'm getting misty-eyed, meshy. And I'm like, they're not like, they're taking it really seriously, so I guess they're kind of leaving out the rider kick, whatever. That's old. Meshy,
Right.
They end up teaming up at the end, surrounded by the Cobra Commander and all the goons. Back to back, they do their individual poses. It's fucking awesome. It's so sick. They're back to back, getting their asses kicked, and they just pose up and they do it. Oh my God, Messi, it's so sick.
I've never heard someone so excited for something.
It was one of these things where like I was having a blast watching it because the choreography's so cool of them fighting back and forth and them fighting the monster. You know, the other cyborgs. And then I'm like, man, if they just leaned in a little bit. And then I thought they were leaning away from it, and they're like, no, we're gonna show this reverence beyond reverence in this back-to-back scene. And they even pull out. Sorry, leading up to that, I went right to the end. Hayato's like, fuck this, I'm out. He gets on the bike and he drives away. And Takashi's like, riders never retreat. And he keeps fighting against overwhelming odds. And then Hayato comes back in with the bike, gets back to back with them, and they do the pose and they start kicking ass. It's fucking awesome. I can't recommend watching that movie enough. It's just awesome. It was edgy, 2005, and it was just cool. The one thing I will say, so they try to make Hayato like the cool guy.
Yeah.
He's wearing like bell bottoms and like stuff out of the 70s, and it's really funny because it's like, it's like early 2000s, so everyone's like dressed modern, and he's like wearing bell bottoms and got this fucking hair and the fucking big collared shirt. And it works. It does what it does.
Good.
Yeah. So this was Kamen Rider the First, which is essentially a retelling of the first story. Essentially what we watched years ago, which was Shin Kamen Rider, which is the first story done again in a different way. But anyways, I digress. I've been talking about Kamen Rider till I'm blue in the face. It's already been an hour 20. I don't know where the time went. How long was I ranting on about that?
15 minutes. 10,
Okay.
15.
Take it away, Meshi. What's
So I watched a movie that I didn't know existed, called Tanya, the Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Yeah.
I watched the series, which only has one season, back when it came out in like 2017.
Uh-huh.
And then in 2019, this movie came out, which I didn't know about. I liked the series for what it was. It's basically an isekai.
Okay.
Where some overworked guy gets killed in some way. I forget what it was. I mean, he might have gotten pushed into a train or something like that. And he basically, as he's dying, he curses God and he's like, "You motherfucker, I hate you with all of my being and soul." You, you know? And then God's like, "Hey, the fuck I do to you?" And so he starts having an argument with God about stuff. And
Uh-huh.
but God's like this unfeeling being, whatever. He doesn't even
Mhm.
call him God. He gives him a different name. I think he's called like Being X or something like that is what he gives him. And he
Mhm.
basically like tells him how shitty his life was and how it's his fault and blah 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 blah, and I don't need you or your prayers or whatever. Actually, I think this is me trying to remember it. God is
Mhm.
offering him heaven and he's like, "Fuck you, you piece of shit." Um and so God like was like, "All right, well then let's make a deal," or something like that. And he isekais him to an alternative universe.
Mhm.
Um and puts him into this girl body,
Mhm.
and he gives him like superpowers in the form of the magic that's there. He basically
Okay.
just harness a lot more magic energy than everybody else. So he's not like broken, but he's strong.
Yeah.
Um and to do that, he has to say a prayer that is like really loving of God and praises him in order to activate it.
It's like,
And he's
fuck!
like, "You motherfucker!"
It's pretty
And,
powerful.
and so all he wants to do is basically get up high as he can in the military so that he can live in peace in some fucking easy ass job where he doesn't have to do shit and he can just enjoy life. That's all he wants to do. Well,
Mhm.
this whole saga takes place between World War One and World War Two.
Uh-huh.
And so he decides to join the military, wizards or magic, I forget what they call them, wizards or sorcerers or mage teams or whatever, because he has
Mhm.
a lot of magic power, so he's able to do it as a child. He's like, "Perfect, I'm gonna fly up the ranks, I'm gonna become super important, and I'm going to just live out the days. It's gonna be amazing." Then World War One happens. and, and, it, and he's like, "God damn it."
God.
But he kind of knows. He knows the gist of World War One. It basically, things play out a little differently in this time because like the dates are off and there's wizards in this world, so it's different kind of warfare and whatnot. But it's like super interesting, and of course, it's from the side of the Germans. So, but they don't explicitly say German. They call them the Empire.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so you're like, I don't know if I should be rooting for you, but you are World War One German, so
You know.
we're just not going to talk about it. Um, but in this timeline, World War One immediately goes into World War Two. Like basically the Germans win in a way. Basically they stalemate it so hard they force everyone else into a peace treaty, which lasts like 2 years or something, and then they go right into World War II, where like the Russian. So this movie takes place when kind of World War II takes off, and the Russians, who has Stalin, uh, like going to trying to basically fight them, and it's talking about how the U.S. is eventually going to join the war and all this other stuff. So Tanya has to then go off and fight these Russian people, and his first idea is, well, fuck them. If they're gonna attack us, let me fly to their city of Moscow and blow it the fuck up. And the guys are like, okay, go ahead. So he does. He flies all the way to Moscow. Basically attacks them, and there's this Statue of Liberty sized copper statue of Stalin there, and he blows it up. And then he's like, oh, in this timeline, that statue was actually finished. He's like, hey, everybody, blow this up with me. And they blow it up. So that pisses off all the Russian guys. And he's like very tactical and whatnot. He's like, you don't bring your emotions onto the battlefield or whatever. He's very straightforward. He's like, you know what, now they're gonna lick their wounds or whatever. And so he goes back to defend this one city, and the Russians find out that he's in that city, and so they send the entire Russian army to fight him.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing Russians have, it's a lot of dudes. So he wakes up in the middle of the night to someone going, there's like 1 million people coming to kill us right now. And so the whole movie is him like fighting off these like waves and waves of Russians that are just going on for like days and days and days of just like wave after wave of their own men, and they're like, there's just no end to them. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, they're just being put into this meat grinder, and we keep killing them, but we're running out of ammo, and like we're really fucking tired. It was a fun little movie. I enjoyed it.
Let me just ask you, does it end on a place of like closure, or is this kind of still open-ended to gotta do what it wants?
It's basically a movie to introduce season 2 eventually. And was this, like, it basically rolls over into it.
Okay, was this recent?
This is 2019. The new season 2 is coming out in like 2026. So it's been a while.
Oh, okay.
But it's clearly designed to like roll over into what's going to happen in season 2.
Okay.
It's just taken a long time.
Well, that'll be interesting, because I wouldn't mind. Okay, so with everything that's happened with One Punch Man season 3, it makes me not even want to bother. So having something to like, oh, this is coming out 2026, it might be fun to watch through all of it, and then the movie to watch the new season coming out. So that's good, because I remember liking this show, but I only saw a few episodes of it. I'm glad to hear good things about it, because it's one of those things where like, this is just an anime that I just forgot about.
Yeah,
I think everybody else did.
Well, more than likely, yeah. It's forgettable, but it's also kind of fun to watch, because you're just like, wow, these fucking flying it's like basically if Harry Potter went to war, and so so they're just up in the sky just blowing up thousands of people, and you're like, oh, all right.
All right. All right. So that leads us into Kamen Rider number 1. Okay, to put this in context, Meshi, I haven't watched at this point. So I watched the entire original series, 98 episodes.
Yeah.
I then proceeded to watch this movie. Kamen Rider #1, thinking that it was the previous movie that I talked about, which was Kamen Rider the First.
Okay.
So I start this movie, and I'm like, okay, so this is supposed to... You could see how I could get this messed up. Kamen Rider #1 and Kamen Rider the First.
Yeah. It's a confusing title.
So I start this movie, Meshi, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be like a retelling of the original story. In 2005, there's Pops. There's Takashi. Wait a minute. Why is Takashi here? This is his actor. What's happening? This is the 45th anniversary, and I'm confused. There's the OG himself as an old man. And he transforms into this. And he looks awesome and brolic. And he's teaming up with these kids from this series called Kamen Rider Ghost. And it's awesome. So there's a new... Okay. Catch up to speed. So this isn't the regular continuity of Kamen Rider. There is a new sect of Shocker that decides those old guys like Ambassador Hell and all of those nerds and Crabbat, who's right there on the left. Those guys were losers. They were trying to take over the world. Us new Shocker, we're just going to take over the world's economy. These guys say, we're just going to control the world's money, and that will let us control the world. Those old boomers who were trying to, like, dominate the world, who gives a fuck? So this sect is trying to take out the other sect of Shocker, kind of like Jail Shocker did with the old Shocker, right?
Right.
So I guess in Kamen Rider Ghost, these two guys who are the Kamen Riders, who I guess are ghosts, they're already dead, but they can still transform and fight. I don't understand it. Takashi meets these guys, and he's like, Kamen Riders are really different these days. Verbatim. And it's cool. They have cool designs. They're wearing like hoodies, and the hoodies they put on like give them different powers. But what's so funny is like Takashi, right? He does his transformation. He just does his hand signal. Look at him, such a man. And he's just head shit and he transforms, right?
Yeah.
The kids do their little belt buckles and it's like go, go, go. And like fucking like saying all this fucking shit as they're transforming. It's like Zoomer shit, and it's just Takashi's just like head shit, and it's manly and it's cool, and then these kids are like bam, 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 bam. And the subtitles are like go form X5. Just... So I watched the wrong movie. This is a movie that takes place after I think the Kamen Rider Ghost series that leads into the next Kamen Rider series, but it was awesome to see because I finished the main series. This movie starts off with Takashi eating food at a place. He's just eating, and he gets into a restaurant fight, kicks these guys' asses, leaves a tip, and he says, "Ma'am, the food was very good," like a man, and walks out. He's about to drive off, and he's like, "Ah, my heart." he's old, the old, Ticker, it ain't working like it used to. He's an old man. So it's fun getting to see the dynamic of this new Shocker, and then guess what? There's Ambassador Hell from the series that you saw. He has to team up with Ambassador Hell and the Zoomer Kamen Riders to fight the big bad, who ends up being a manifestation of the spirit of Alexander the Great, that essentially puts a massive saber from Fate Stay Night sized sword in a tiger's hands.
Jesus Christ, that was a sentence.
And he starts swinging this giant CGI purple sword, smashing through shit. So all of them are there, and it's this wonderful, like, old generation, new generation story. And it was really enjoyable to watch.
Does Crabbat still have his Crabbat dick?
Yes, he does.
Oh my god, I just saw it.
You can see it right there.
It's the only thing through the fog you can see.
Okay,
It's
so
so amazing.
all right, so I told you how Pops was the ladies' man, right?
Yeah.
So this whole story is about them trying to bring back the spirit of Alexander the Great, and currently it's in it's in a girl, and it ends up being, I believe it's Pops's like daughter, this girl. So
Okay.
Takashi's doing everything he can to keep this girl safe. Meshi,
Uh-huh.
they get in a fight. Mind you, this is after I finished the original series.
Okay.
Takashi fucking dies.
Oh.
They put him on a funeral pyre. They light it. He's burning.
Okay.
I'm sitting there like, they took it from me.
Wake up, damn it.
I'm because it's the scene. He's laying back, the flames burning around him. Everybody's fucking crying, Meshi. Saying goodbye to the original hero who gave his all to protect this girl against this attack. He to the very end, he did everything. I was broken, Meshi. I was trying to watch Kamen Rider the first.
Yeah.
I stumbled on this movie, and I was like, wait, is the first thing I'm gonna see the death of my favorite Kamen Rider, the original? Was this his send-off? I'm having a fucking meltdown. This scene goes on for fucking ever as his body is burning.
Okay.
His belt turns on, takes in the flames after like 5 minutes, and like a phoenix from the ashes, he walks out. I screamed at the top of my lungs, yes! It was so mean.
What part of the movie was it? The middle? Or?
Towards the end. It's like before
Towards
the
the
big
end, okay.
climactic fight, because the two Kamen Rider Ghost kids are like, well, we lost, the big OG just gave his life to protect the girl. We can't win, but we have to go fight the big bad guy, which is the lion who now has the spirit of Alexander the Great that wields a sword the size of Saber from Fate Stay Night.
Oh
And
man,
then
they really wanted to sell that.
Meshi, they sold it more than I know how wrestling fans feel now. I was hook, line, and sinker in. I was like, don't take it from me!
You can't do this to me.
And I was sitting there. I leaned back and I was like, this would be this is what I would do. I would fall in love with something, try to watch like a reboot edgy version, and ultimately somehow find the exact movie, which was the death of the character that I love more than anything. And like a phoenix from the ashes, he walks out. And oh my god. And that's right before he walks out. There he is, Meshi. It's fucking awesome. So there's minutes of this girl crying, and everyone leaves, and she's saying, and he just comes, the belt turns on, the explosion happens, and then boom, there he is, the first and the greatest. It's so awesome. It's so fucking awesome. I mean, granted, this trailer ruined like the most emotional, impactful thing of the movie.
But at least you watched it after.
1,000%. All right, and then they nearly made me cry at that point, Meshi. Let me get the thing pulled up.
Oh no, there's a thing.
Yeah, there's a thing. Link work. Boom. There it is. So he's saying to the kids like, "Hey, you're doing great. Keep it up. whatever together, like we did it. He's riding off. The music's playing a remixed version of the send off, and it reads, "Riders will always be by your side. They'll be with you no matter what. Live, live, live to the end. Riders will be there for you." Meshi, like glass, I shattered. It's so sincere and endearing. It hit me on a level I was not ready for. This was the happiest mistake of my life. This movie was fucking awesome. And I'm glad to eventually get to watch the Zoomers do their dumb, like, TikTok wub wub, whatever transformation stuff.
So you know those like emotional support posters people have, and there's like hanging
Yes.
in there, whatever.
Mhm.
This would be the emotional support poster you would put on your wall.
I've already thought about printing it out and slapping on my wall bench.
Oh shit, you should.
This was absolutely I love Kamen Rider. I didn't think I would be here saying this at 33. I love it. It's awesome. All right, now that the Kamen Rider Power Hour is finally over. Yeah, you watched the most recent episode of
Yeah.
Gachi Akuda?
Yeah, Gachi Akuda. I think we're hopefully pronouncing that right. I watched it. I did watch an episode last week, which is episode 17, but it was such a nothing happened episode that I was like, there's not anything to report on it. This episode, things happened.
Ooh.
And so they're basically trapped underground fighting an evil version of them, basically, right? They're
Okay. Gotcha.
and they all get split off and they're all fighting their own guy, and like Staff Dude fights basically the prodigy of the enemy team. But he's like the insane prodigy that's just like, I'm really good at fighting and all I want to do is fight, and all I want to do is find people that can kick my ass so that like it breaks my limits. And he's like the crazy, kooky, insane one. So he has to fight that guy. And so he tries to, and he loses. And he's getting like carried off down some hallway. And then it cuts to the red-haired lady who fights with the scissors. And
Yeah, the scissor girl.
She's fighting the other woman of the enemy team who has a comb. She has very long hair. She has like Milia style hair. And she has a comb that when she brushes it with her comb, it basically causes her hair to basically be supercharged with lightning, and she can use it for attack and whatnot.
Okay.
And so it's basically their fight. And she's trying to figure her out. And she finds out that her hair has a time limit and all this other stuff. And but then it turns out the lady's like, hey, I know what my weakness is. I compensate that with this. And it turns out she's really fucking good at fighting. And she's from like and now like all of them have been killed, like a warrior woman tribe. So they just she starts just fist fighting her and doing like all these kung fu moves on her.
Yeah.
Not even using her like special hair ability.
She's like, I also got hands.
Yeah, I also got hands. It's a really cool fight, and the fucking red-haired lady's like, oh well, I actually also prefer using my hands instead of my weapon. And she puts her scissors away, and she's like, all right, bring it. And then they start like beating the shit out of each other.
So fucking metal. No, back to Monkey. Let's just swing fists. That's awesome.
And she's like, who the fuck are you? And the red-haired lady's like coughing up blood because she got like a really bad hit on her stomach. You know, anime style. I get injured, blood's coming out the mouth. That's how damaged you know I am.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, so like no one can hear us have like a cry for help, can they? And she's like, nope, we picked this place because it was isolated. And like 1,000 things were running through my head. Like, oh, her scissors have like a second form because it's already been shown that they can like, basically Bankai them.
Mm-hmm.
This is when she reveals it because she doesn't want anyone else to know about it, or she has like a second item that is like more powerful than her scissors that she doesn't want people to know about.
Mm-hmm.
And she reaches into her coat pocket, and it like shows the scene from the other woman's perspective, so you can't see her.
Yeah.
And she just goes, "Wait, why do you have that?" And then you just hear bam, bam, bam.
She just pulls out a gun.
She just pulls out a gun and shoots her in the leg and in the neck, and she falls over. And she's like,
No one can hear us, right? No. Bam, bam, bam. That's so sick. I love when regular guns get introduced into things.
it was so fucking unexpected. I was like, oh yeah, guns. That makes a lot of sense. And so it just turns out that the red haired lady used to be like an assassin for hire.
Yeah.
And that was one of the items she was given when she left her old job was a gun from the guy, and she doesn't like to use it because like it's really hard not to kill somebody with it, and she's basically made a promise to one of the team members not to kill anyone again because she's used to be like really crazy, I guess.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that backstory. So she goes off to find Staff Dude. She goes off to find the other members, and she runs into Staff Dude who's being carried away by the crazy guy, and the crazy guy's having this crazy moment of like, I did such a good job, I kicked his ass, and he like jumps like a joyful Mario style jump into the air, and you just see off screen like 8 bullets just go like 2 through the leg, 2 through the chest, 2 through the torso, and he's like,
yeah.
Ah! And he's on the ground, he's just like, blah, blah.
Oh, chef kiss, completely made up for last week.
Yeah, it was so great. It was so unexpected, and I was just like, yeah, that makes so much sense. Just fucking shoot him. Like, fuck all their bullshit and their hoppy bullshit and whatnot, and just fucking shoot him. And it just threw me off guard because the guy that she shoots, like in previous fights that he's shown.
Mm-hmm.
He takes so much damage. Like, he gets the equivalent of a Acme anvil dropped on his head, and in like X-ray Mortal Kombat styles his skull, and it's like being crushed in, and like he gets his ribs shattered, and he gets thrown through a wall, and he's just like, that hurt, and then he like stands up, and he's like fine, he's like, woo, and he goes to the thing, and then just 8 bullets. That's all it took.
Cooked.
Looking forward to the next episode. It reignited my want for more.
You'll love to hear it. So the final thing that I watched was Playdate. This is King of Queens and Reacher team up and become dad best friends.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
This movie was carried really hard by Reacher. He really like we talked about that show of him like in college or whatever on the football team.
Oh yeah, the Blue Mountain High, yeah.
It's like he's getting to relive that because he's acting like a dude bro, and he's like ex-military, and he's talking about being a dad. He wants a best friend. It got some good laughs out of me. Now, was this movie amazing? No, it was kind of fun watching Reacher do Reacher things again. Getting into a fight in Chuck E. Cheese while hitting teenagers in costumes with stuff on accident.
It's like if the Reacher show was more of a comedy than it already is.
If Reacher was in King of Queens, this is what would happen. okay, to put it in perspective, okay, they're driving in this minivan, right?
Right.
Down the highway. King of Queens guy is a stay-at-home dad now because he got fired from his stockbroker job or whatever.
Right.
And he's staying at home. And he ends up taking his adopted son, because this is a son from a previous marriage from his wife. He steps up. He's the dad who stepped up, right?
Right.
And he's trying to bond with him, so he takes him to the park and he's trying to throw a football with him. The kid likes to TikTok dance and do, interpretive dancing. It's just not working out. He's like, I bonded with my dad over sports. I tried it with this kid. It's just not working out. He meets the mob mafia, and they all drive the same minivan. And they're like, wait a minute, there's an Amber Alert, and this guy's face is on the screen. All right, girls, this is what we trained for. And they box him in, and they get on their headsets. So these women are trying to stop them while they're being chased by guys with guns. One of the mobs on the side hands a taser gun to her son. It's like, all right, time to put your Fortnite skills to the test. Shoot him! And he's like, Mom, I don't want to. She's like, shoot him! And he goes to shoot him, but Reacher rams the thing. The kid's arm goes back inside the fucking minivan, shoots his mom in the face, and starts tasing her. She's laid out while about to crash, going, Gah! It's just a fun movie. Now, was this great? No, but it got me to laugh in some really good moments. There's the Mob Mafia. There's not really a whole bunch to say. It's just kind of fun.
It was just a good time. A little dumb little break.
It was dumb and fun. Did all the jokes land? Not really. Did a lot of stuff Reacher say land? He doesn't miss. Yeah.
You love to see like a 6'7" fucking gorilla just go to town on somebody's face.
Yeah, and just it was just a good time. There's nothing more to say about it. It's a fun 6 out of 10 that made me laugh here and there. I hope he gets more work to do more stuff, because it's just dumb and fun. His dad ends up being fucking Melvin from Office Space, or the dad from Dodgeball who gets disrespected a lot.
Yeah.
He's just a womanizing piece of shit who wasn't there for him, for Reacher as a kid. They go to him to try to hey, we gotta leave the kids with you because we gotta take care of these guys who are trying to kill us. Can you watch the kids? And literally, they show up at the house, and there's a naked lady who runs off, like, oh my god, there's people here. And he's like, I just can't do it for you. Fun movie. That's really it. Fun. Now, the big thing I wanted to actually watch was I wanted Meshi to see the final boss of Black Ops 7. We're on 7 now?
Yep.
And you gave me AI spider mecha monster trying to do stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is what we got, Meshi.
No! Hold on. I thought it was Menendez.
Who is that?
He fucking played me.
Who is that, Frank?
You know who it is, David. It's your father.
No, this is a nightmare. You have to help us wake up.
I can't help you, David. I can't help you. Save yourself.
the fuck have I what the fuck have I missed? This is like is this the zombie mode?
No, this is the main campaign.
How? What? What the fuck have I missed?
Better words have never been spoken, Meshi. No wonder Battlefield is doing better than Call of Duty. I didn't expect plant monster thing. I don't even think this is like the final boss. Do you know the actor? He plays the blue guy in Guardians of the Galaxy, Yondu.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah.
It ends up being like a giant version of him who like slaps the ground and makes like red explosions happen. I don't know what's going on anymore, Meshi.
So the last Black Ops game I played was
Uh-huh.
like the first or second Black Ops game, and that was taking on. It's basically a retelling of the Bay of Pigs incident with Cuba and like the Cuban Missile Crisis. How
How did we get here?
Yeah, it's been 7 games, but if you told me this was like the ending campaign of Call of Duty Zombies, I would have been like, okay, fine, whatever. But like, if this is like the actual campaign, how the fuck did we get here?
I love how they put the Doom music to it. Yeah, it was jarring for me. I just thought it would funny to hear you go, what? Bless.
Oh shit. They're gonna have such a massive like reboot in the other direction that they're not even like they're like, all right.
World War One Black Ops.
World War One it is. What did we do wrong? We didn't stop to say if our shareholders would allow it.
What you love.